Shalom. First off, I'd like to give an all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Yahweh, who the world didn't really calls God, in the name of Yahushai, who the world didn't really calls Jesus Christ. Secondly, I'd like to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who continue to teach us this truth, and the salutations to you, Akim, out there doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. All right, this is a glass of milk. This is number 13. And this is in reference to the scripture that says to cast not your pearls before swine. So it's titled Pearls Before Swine. All right. So one of the basic lessons that you're going to learn when you start this walk, all right, when you start this never-ending walk, rather, all right, this walk is, a lifetime. This is a lifestyle. And what you're going to learn early on is that this isn't for everyone, all right? And as sad and as disheartening as that may be, as you mature in this thing, you're going to realize why that is, all right? And and essentially, to give you a quick overview, this isn't for everyone because not only is not everyone chosen, but not everyone has the spirit. This isn't compatible with everyone's spirit. All right, this truth isn't compatible with everyone's spirit. This truth isn't compatible with everyone's mind. All right, so this truth requires a lot of things that are kind of difficult to for a lot of people to do, man. This truth requires you to be accountable. All right, it requires you to be disciplined. All right, and it requires you to have standards. All right, standards with what you eat, standards with how you groom yourself, etc., etc. Just to give an example. All right, so that's why casting your pearls before swine, trying to convince someone, and they're not biting. All right, or they're not understanding, they're not getting it. There is no point. So this is Matthew chapter 7 and chapter 7 verse 6 through 7, and it says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye pearls before swine, lest they trample under their feet, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you." Exactly. So don't cast yourself. Don't give the holiness unto dogs. Don't cast those pearls before swine. All right, because all they're gonna do is that they're just gonna step on them, and that's it. They're going to step on them, they're going to hide them, and they're not going to use them. All right? You could spend a lot of time. I know when I first came in, I spent so much time trying to show the good news, the gospel to my mom. Tried doing it to my cousin, to my sister. I was so excited. Spoke about it to my dad, to my brothers. And you know what? It only made me look crazy. It made me look like a fool. I mean, the scriptures say that we will be fools for Yahushai. And that is true, man. It only made me look bad. All right. And then it just made me salty. It made me angry. It made me bitter. Until later on, I understood that it's because ultimately they weren't chosen, and that's okay. They weren't chosen to understand it, man. There's people out here who spend a lifetime in school studying, going into theological studies rather. And they're trying to figure out the knowledge that we, as regular men of the Lord willing, I'm one of those men, the stuff that we have, that our apostles have, that our elders have. You understand? It says, "Ask, and it shall be given to you. It shall be given you, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you." All right, but it's only going to be opened unto you if you are of that number, if you are of that chosen few that will understand this and that will get this. You see? This is only going to be for certain people. And once you understand that, everything is going to kind of make sense. Everything is going to start to flourish in your mind, man. And as you continue to grow in this truth, you will start to see why, man, even more. This truth is deep. And sometimes it's hard to swallow, man. This truth will cut you. All right? And some people aren't ready to admit their faults. Some people aren't ready to admit that they are lacking. That there are things they should work on, that they should pray more, that they should fast more. All right? This truth is difficult. It's a difficult walk. because we're being constantly tried in the fire. We're trying to be righteous in a wicked society, man. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 10 through 11, and it says, "And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou to them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given." All right? So Yahweh Shai was talking to the general public in parables. All right? And when the disciples saw this, they were wondering, well, why is he doing that? Why is he speaking to them in parables? Why didn't he just speak to them in English? You know? Or not in English, but in their language. Why does it seem like he's trying to trick them? And Yahweh Shai had to answer them, and he told them, because it's given unto you, the disciples, to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. It's not up to those other people. It's not given unto them. That's why they don't understand the parables. Because if you understood the parable, then you would know what it's talking about. It's that simple. These scriptures are written in a code, man. These scriptures are written in code. And only few people, all right, are going to be able to decode the code and actually understand the code. And those people to whom it's not given, they're not going to be able to understand the code. They're going to be lost. They're going to take it literal. They're going to take the descriptions. They're going to be like, what? Exactly. Like they're gonna be simple. All right. A parable or a story, an allegory, and they're gonna think that it's literal, which is what a lot of people who so-called dispute the Bible do. They misinterpret the Bible because they're trying to read it verbatim without understanding that a lot of the Bible is parables and allegory. But simply put, it's just not given unto them. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, and it says, "And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." All right, so this is the Lord giving an order to an angel, man, to essentially block the ears and the eyes of this people. All right, it says, "Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed." Exactly. So 2/3 of our people, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're sick. You're sick, and the only way you're going to be healed, all right, is if you come into this truth. All right, if you come into this truth and you understand, all right, that, you have gone off, and that now you must dedicate your life, man, to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You see? But there's going to be these people who that's not going to happen, all right? There are these people who are not going to understand, and the only way they're going to learn is going to be through that second death, through that nuclear fire, man. You know? It said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not," man. And that's our people. Our people nod their head and agree with you all day. They'll nod and agree with you all day, all damn day. But they don't really understand, all right? And they'll see what you're talking about, but they don't really perceive what's going on. They don't really understand it. See? So that's why there's no point in casting your pearls before these people, man, before these swine, man. Because it makes no sense. At the end of the day, you're just going to be wasting your time. All right? So, hey, this was a glass of milk. All right? I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will continue to teach us this truth. All right? And salutations to you, Aki, about that. Until next time, Shalom.